What? What? Oh, I didn't check my audio levels of me before I went live. That's crazy. Hi, Igor from Slovakia. Hi, we got YouTube up today too. Hi, Elegant Mechanic. Hi, Captain Ahoy. Yes, FS, we're back. That's right, Palm. Hi, Whiskey. Hi, Glitched. Hi, Ben. Hi, Mike. Hi, Haley. Hey, girl, hey. Thank you. Hi, thank you, thank you, thank you. We got a Fiverr. We got a Nicodex. We got an Oddity. We got Amos. Do I sound all right? Do I gotta be louder? Archie. He's back there. Yum, Whiskey, yum. I sound great? Hell yeah. Echoey. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, everybody. Hi, Houston. That's probably C. Houston. One of your favorite internet funny people liked my Sigourney Weaver post? What? What? Yeah, did you guys see that I met Sigourney Weaver? Hi, Malamute. Fiverr took the day off from work. I love that. Hi, Ghost. Thank you. Look at my monsters. 'Tis the season. 'Tis the season. Do you guys think I'll be overly caffeinated if I had a coffee and then I'm drinking? This is just a green tea. T-shirt check. It says Monster Lover. Ghost, I do too. Sigourney Weaver's my favorite actress of all time. Hi, John Barry. Loving Monsters is always in season. That's true. Go with Charlie. Hi, Charlie. It was crazy. Yeah, what is overly caffeinated? I was thinking about having just a second coffee, but I'm like, green tea is good for you. Wait, Steve is so fun. Yeah, I was an extra in a movie that he's in. Love Steve. Yeah, from Slovenia. Hi. Caffeine fuels the body. Thank you. Yeah, I haven't worn this shirt and I realized it was just because it was like too long. Like it went like over my waist, but I just cut it and now it's perfect. What? We got a hype train going over on Twitch. Thank you so much. Oh, hi, Theo. Over on YouTube. Hi. My favorite. Hi, Darwizzle. Hi, Mini Painter. Hi, Trebled. Hi, Go For It. Wow. Hi, everybody. I missed you guys. I was away. I was in New York City for the week. I had such a good time. We'll get into game stuff, but yeah, so I went and saw Critical Role at Radio City Music Hall. So fun. And I saw Waiting for Godot with Keanu Reeves. I was like not even that far away from Keanu Reeves. And it was funny because on the airplane ride over, I watched the first two John Wick movies. So I'm like sitting there staring at Keanu Reeves. I'm like, when are you gonna start shooting people? Oh, that's funny, Haley. I'm glad that you like that. Thank you for watching that. Yeah, I have my second little like a baby YouTube channel where I'll just randomly throw up. Not randomly throw up. That'd be awful. I put game demos on there. I've got a couple of really exciting game demos I'm going to play this week. It's like my little treat. But yeah, so I saw the first two John Wick movies, saw Keanu Reeves, met Sigourney Weaver, had lots of fun times with friends. It's so good. It's so good. You wouldn't crop a top. Yeah, I was in New York City. You're 45 minutes from New York City? Oh man, you gotta go to Comic-Con next time. It was my first Comic-Con and I made another reel. I haven't posted it yet, but I made a little short video about, I can show you guys some of it. But I went to Comic-Con and to me, I'd never been before and I think of it as like this really big, like mainstream pop culture sort of thing. But I found so much weird indie shit that I bought. What? That's cool, guys. Someone said it's confusing and pointless. I'm disappointed. And people were like, correct. Yes, that is Waiting for Godot. It was very quick. The best part about meeting Sigourney Weaver, though, is the fact that it took her a second because she wasn't sure if I was dressed like her or not. And then she just realized that I just looked like her. It was funny. I've not been to Little Tokyo this past weekend because I was out of town. Yeah, I was talking to Fiverr because Fiverr's a big Moomin fan, and I played the Moomin game on Switch, not Switch, my Steam Deck. I did buy toys for Archie, not at Comic-Con, but he did get new toys recently. Yeah, Weird Indie. Yeah, Weird Indie. Do you guys want to see the games that I got? Speaking of indie, I missed you guys. It was weird not streaming for a whole week. Yeah, the Artist Alley at Comic-Con was weirder. I found weirder shit than I would have expected. It was funny because my brain is so geared towards, going to PAX, going to Gen Con, going to Adepticon, that I would look at these tables, I'd be like, what game is this? And they weren't games, they were comic books, which is great. I got some really cool graphic novels and stuff. Yeah, that's Cheech. He's sleeping. What's Archie's job? Archie got a job as a nail tech at a puppy spa. I look like the greatest hits of Sigourney Weaver and Kristen Stewart. That's a good combination. I'll take it. Yeah, Archie. So yeah, what's Archie's job? Archie recently got a job at. My lighting is insane. I look crazy. That's fine. But I got. Yeah, he's a nail tech. He's been doing nail art on all the little puppies and all the little kitties. Wait, really, Fiverr? Oh my god. Is it gonna be like in theaters? I want to see that. Haley, uncomfortable ASMR. Do you want me to tell you about new games in a whisper? I have an idea for a horror ASMR video that I think would be really awful. It's really bright. Yeah, I don't know why my camera is so bright. I wonder if I don't know what is different right now. It shouldn't be doing this. Let's see. It's not the end of the world, but we need it to be somewhat bright so you can, what the fuck? Yeah, it's auto exposing in a way that's confusing. It's fine. It's fine. It's doing stuff. Oh, it just got announced. Yeah. We don't know why it's doing what it's doing, but that's fine. That's fine. Have I heard they're releasing a new film soon? Which one? I am gonna go see the horror film Good Boy. I heard that Good Boy is very good, and I like that they know their audience, and they're going around saying, hey, listen, we know what you want to know, and the dog is fine. Nothing bad happens to the dog. So that means we can go see Good Boy. Yeah, I've heard it's so good. Yeah, my camera's like, this is a pale woman in a black t-shirt. The fuck? The fuck? I forgot about Good Boy because I'd heard about it a really long time ago, and then I did that thing that's really kind of fun to do where you learn about something and then it disappears out of your brain, and then like way later, just like how I felt about there's a Dracula movie with Caleb Landry Jones. I love that guy. He's such a weirdo. He's good at yearning in movies, and he's good at being like a little freaked out little freak, and I really like that guy. And yeah, he's in a Dracula movie, but it's French and you can't watch it anywhere apparently. So you still haven't watched Marley and Me? I refuse. Oh, you saw it? You saw it last week? The new Dracula movie is directed by a creep? No! Alright, well, I'll pirate it. I mean, crime. A little let down by Good Boy? Oh no! You wouldn't download a vampire. Speaking of, there's some vampire games in here. Do you guys want to see what I got in the mail? I came back from my vacation and I was like, holy shit, there's so much stuff. It's the fun little thing, speaking of stuff you forget about, when you back a Kickstarter and then you're like, oh, look at that. We got some stuff. We got some stuff. You know what? I've never seen Creep and Creep 2. Ben, you like those movies, right? I want to see them. I want to see those movies. Oh, it's Good Boy, Not Great Boy. Yeah, a present from past me. Love leaving myself presents. First off, the time we have. This is one that I learned about PAX-U last year. It wasn't out yet. There's just a little card like, hey, you know, like a save the date for a game. I love when people do that. They're like, just check this out. First 2, there's more. There's 3 creeps? The only thing past me gets me is a hangover. No! Oh no! That's pretty funny. This music, do you hear the music? I don't know how loud it is. We're listening to copyright-free dark synthwave, and this one is like really excitable. I also didn't know what to put the stream category at. I put it at tabletop RPGs. I don't know if you guys think I should put it at board games. Aw, man. That sucks, Trouble. It's very quiet. Okay, we'll turn it up a little bit. A third one and a TV series. Oh my god. Ooh, what Kickstarter got a paste? Maybe I'll switch to board games just because I don't know what one's better to be in. Okay, so this is the time we have. So yeah, like I said, I was at PAX last year. The TV series is on Shudder. Oh, nice. You know what? I forgot that I was subscribed to the Criterion Collection streaming service. I gotta watch the movies on there, make my brain bigger. Hey, Axiom. Creep tapes. That's fun. But yeah, so yeah, time we have. So yeah, this is the one that I picked up, or I checked out at PAX, learned about it last year, was real excited. I want to play this with my brother because, yeah, Criterion is a streaming service. What'll Gibby? Yeah. I think it's like $10 a month. So if you're like, hey, I'm not using Netflix and I wish that my brain was bigger. But yeah, so this is a game that takes place during, I can zoom in a little bit too, that takes place during a zombie apocalypse. And it's a 2-player game and you're playing it with your brother. It is heavy. It's hefty. And heavy. And you are playing it literally through a door, either side of a door. One of you has been bit, one of you is infected, one of you is not, and it's your final days. Hell yeah, Haley. Hey, did you guys know Fiverr made a game called Snack 28, and you should check it out, and it's really, 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 really good. And I was thinking about Snack 28 when I was at Comic-Con because all the Calico Critter displays with little cakes and stuff. Hell yeah, glitch. But yeah, so this is a game by Elliot Davis. If you're reading this, then it's already too late. Well, shit. The time we have is a 2-player storytelling game about brothers in a zombie apocalypse. One of you has been infected. In your final days together, what will you say? Yeah, I want to play this with my brother and just emotionally devastate myself. But I haven't opened any of these games yet. I've simply taken the packaging off, so let's look. So we've got... This entire game is contained on cards. Organize your cards in the following order from top to bottom before playing the first time and when resetting between games. So we've got... So our setup, so we've got door cards, survivor deck, infected deck. And then... Official minis available for Ramshackle Games. Hell yeah. If you want to link anything, please feel free. That's a lot of snacks. Well, I'll tell you all about a mechanic. Why do that when you can play Uno where family means nothing? That's right, go for it. That's right. Let's open this. If I can't open this. So we've got, oh wait. So this is, ooh, look at the art. Ooh. Yeah, I want to play this game. I feel like playing this game with my older brother would be really fun. And by fun, I mean, we'll cry. Deck. I really love games that have a physical element to it, like in 10 Candles, literally blowing out candles. In this one, playing it through a goddamn door. Gonna play it through a door. Let's see if I can get this open. Speed run to an emotional breakdown. Well, I got into, I think it'll be extra special because I got into playing role-playing games by playing D&D with my brother. So I think this would be really special. I love playing games with my brother. He's so fun to play with. I love his imagination. You can play it back to back. You can play it physically through a door. You can do all sorts of stuff. Oh, hell yeah, Fiverr. Yeah, I want them all. I want them all. Can you show me? I want to play some more Snack 28. The rules. My brother's name is Big Ol' Goblin. My brother's name is Bugs. Alright, he's Bug. Alright, we got prompts for the infected. Do we want to read one? We've got a little safety card. We've got a credits card. This is cool that there's like different doors, like the different doors, like different kinds of like zombie apocalypses. New theme song. Steven, thank you so much for subbing with your Prime sub. Greetings from Switzerland. Switzerland keeps coming up in conversations lately. I'm very curious. First, a card game. First one to make the other one cry wins. What? A 90s Snack 28 commercial should exist. Speaking of 90s commercials, did you guys see the new Gushers commercial? My friend Mike made it. It's so good. It's a horror short film about Gushers. Eat me. Roger, it was so fun. I've been in New York this past week. Now I wanna be a door. Yeah, isn't that so crazy, Fiverr? Yeah, the fruit had won. Didn't he do such a good job? And his brother scored it, which is amazing. Those two are such a dream team. But yeah, it was so scary. Let's see. Center for Combustion Control. Not so spontaneous. Tips for prolonging your survival. Whoa, look at these. It's just Mike. Look. Ritual of Mass Resurrection. Look, these are so cool. These are so cool. If you can dream it, you can team it. He also did the, if you guys saw the Fortnite commercial, that for Power Rangers, that was so good. Malamute, thank you so much for the follow. Yeah, these are really neat. So these are like different, whoa, look at the back. Different doors. So these different doors, different kinds of zombie apocalypse. Do you guys have a favorite kind of zombie? Like, zombies are not necessarily my favorite genre, but there's a lot of different ones, like the dead reanimating versus like viruses. Fast zombies scare the shit out of me. Fast zombies, I'm sorry to say it, I wouldn't try to survive. Fast zombies, I'd be like, No, I'm not actually going to do that at all. Cozy Zamapak, where we are friend. Be like, we're just hanging out. Look at this big spider. To the editors of the Blue Horn Post, I cannot tell you my name, but I am a researcher at the Center of Infectious Diseases. They are lying about Iraq 9. It is much worse than they're saying. Spider zombies? Spider zombies. Fuck that. Short legs, not good for running. Yeah. Door 28. Historical zombies. Ooh, do I have any suggestions for a fun co-op date night game? Yeah, I actually just made a video, like a short little reel about 2-player games. I have ones that are like actually like romantic themes, and I also have ones that are just fun. I don't know exactly like what vibe you're thinking. Yeah, fast zombies, I think of them as like, that's infected. Zombies, I think like bleh, brains, and then fast zombies, I think like this is more infected. In the Flesh, what's that? Classic Romero. Spider Baby. Oh yeah, my Spider Baby. Spider Baby. Yeah, I like that whiskey. That's fun. It's a British movie. Zombieland. Yeah, Zombieland's a fun like movie night movie. Hive Mind Horde Zombies, that's scary. TOS gonna nuke. Speaking of co-op date night, I painted minis with someone at Mock's boarding house for a first date last night. Just painting minis for a first date? I love that. Pride, Prejudice, and Zombies. I Am Legend is brutal. Ooh, maybe something a little off, a little spooky. Can you play this? Discord has ghosts in it with 2 players. Oh, also, Adam Vass, 1978, The Night They Came Home. That's a little board game. There's a solo version, but that would be a fun date night game for sure. One of you plays a slasher, one of you plays the final girl, and you're like building the story together. That'd be a really fun date night. Oh my gosh, mini painting for a first date. Send us the invite to the wedding. Arachnine is such a scare. Oh, this is so scary already. While the virus initially manifests as mild flu-like symptoms, the pain it produces isn't just an ache. It's the body's internal structures rearranging. The changes seem to be consistent across patients. Expanded rib cages protruding through the chest like newly grown limbs, saliva thickening into a sticky, stringy substance, 2 to 6 eye-like organs form, and then it gets covered up by spider webs. Ah! Yeah, absolutely. I love suggestion games. It's my favorite thing of all time. The Sadness. I haven't seen that one. Yeah, Ben and I played that. You can play anything with 2 players if there's 2 of you. Fair enough. Fair enough. This is so cool that there's all these different zombie vibes. Very scary. Very, very scary. Oh. Freaking gas mask. A space one. Sci-fi horror freaks me the fuck out. And we've got some rules. We've got some setup cards. I don't want to look at this too much because I want to just be like, whoa, when I play this with my brother. With my brother. Hi, Melee Games. Hi, hi, hi. The space door. Ooh. In the Flesh is a BBC show about a world in which a load of zombies rose but do not transmit their condition. Oh, gosh, they're haunted by the things they did while rabid. Oh! Oh my god, it's so... Oh god, becoming a zombie and then, like, getting cured and then being like, here's what you did. Oh, that's so brutal. Hi, B-Town. My brother. Ooze Nun, but with space zombies. I want to play Ooze Nun. Yeah, Space Door. Let's read it. Incoming vessel classification L5J2. Docking requested. Spacecraft registration Daedalus. Initiating scan. Docking complete. Scan complete. Daedalus failure to pass contagion certification. Vessel positive for viral outbreak. All crew on board potentially infected. UNC virus classification detected as Severin 13. Severin 13 is a highly infectious disease with a 100% fatality rate. Severin 13 presents in stages to exposed subjects. Stage 1, oculus transfiguration, corneal abrasion, cornea's fracture and split. Disgusting. Subject's vision limited to infrared spectrum. Stage 2, accelerated growth. Pustules form rapidly within chest cavity. Subject's speech guttural in tone. Stage 3, muscle separation. Muscle detaches from subject's skeletal structure. Final stage, new life form. Pustules continue to grow and multiply to form new hosts from muscle tissue. New host retains aspects of original subject. That's fucking disgusting. Ew! That's so cool! Ah! Gross. I want to play that one. I hate that. Oh my god. Yeah, that's super gross. Zombies in space. It makes me think about when you're any sort of horror thing where something terrible is happening and then something happens, like there's fire. You know what I mean? Where you're like, there's a bad enough thing happening. Now this house is on fire. What did Sigourney smell like? How rude. Yeah, someone call Isaac. Get the plasma cutter out. Get to stomping. That's a secret. They make you sign a thing about that, Clorp. Well, hell yeah. This game looks devastating. Like being possessed, but instead of an evil spirit, it's your it. Ugh. Ugh. That's so brutal. It was understood, B-Town. Let's see. Okay. Let's look at Here There Be Monsters. Bong hitting zombies from Mars. I would believe you if you said that was a movie. Hunt monster hunters. Punch Nazi occultists. Eat the rich. Protect each other. Fight back. Here there be monsters. Hunt, punch, eat, protect, fight. Monsters. So in this game, I'll read the little blurb, but I believe in this game, Fiverr, this looks so cool. The art, look at all these monsters. You are part of an organization that protects monsters, and you're a freaking monster. Looks neato, neato, neato. You thought I said hung monsters? That's a different game. This is cool. So, I'll read to you. Hope you don't mind that I'm just reading to you a lot today. This game is for the monsters, the weirdos, the freaks and sickos, the insane and the cripples. There's some words that I can't say on the stream as I'm starting. This game is for people who are called things that I think stream will get mad at me, and some of these I can say and some of these I cannot. Basically people who are othered. This is very cool. And every single body who's ever branded for its monstrosity. These words are for the goblins. This game is for the goblins. We haunt them because they know they are not safe as long as we're still here and we're not going anywhere. That's very cool. What a way to start a game. Being like, hey. Virus breaks out tabletop survival, see it in metal font logo. Like a barely legible one. Yeah, right? Hell of an opener. Let's see. WC Mathis, thank you so much for the follow. Hello, hello. I love a game that is like so, hey, this is what it's about. That's how I felt about reading the intro for Eat the Reich. It was like, hey, how dare you read to us? Mad Quest. I've got some stuff cooking up for Night Thirst that I'm really excited when I can tell you guys about it. Stuff is happening with that. A word of warning. This book contains bodies, lots of bodies, both referenced and illustrated. Some of those bodies are naked. Some of them are monstrous, grotesque, horrific in many different ways. They were not made with the purpose of being offensive, but if any of this that makes you uncomfortable or disturbed, be advised to proceed with caution. There are also mentions of neo-Nazis, billionaires, aristocrats, and cops, all of which are supposed to be punched. On the other hand, here there be no elves or spiders whatsoever. Premise. This game assumes an explicitly queer and anti-capitalist take on the urban fantasy genre. You don't need to be queer to enjoy it, but I don't think capitalists are going to have much fun here. No matter what they tell you, there's still weirdness and wonder everywhere. You just have to know where to look. At the edges and cracks of normal life, we exist, we persist, and we resist. The monsters, the magicians, the anomalies, the freaks, and the outcasts. We gather in the shadows, trying our best to live our lives in a world that, when it doesn't exactly fear or hate us, doesn't even believe our existence. Yes, I know this can be a metaphor for queer experience, but it's not just that. This is about the monstrous, the abnormal, and the weird in any flavor you want, not as something to be feared, but something to be cherished and protected. Alas, there are people out there who can't stand this. They work from behind the scenes to protect normality at all costs. This means getting rid of us by any means necessary. They are often successful, but not as much as they'd like. Even so, they are resourceful and they're good at what they do. There are also those who would use the magical and the unusual for their own purpose, be it profit, knowledge, or power, which one could argue are the same thing in the end. These are even more dangerous when they manage to get what they want. But we're still here, we're not going anywhere, and we fight back. That's cool. I didn't realize, like, how political this game was. I was just like, here, there be monsters, and it was like, I didn't really know what this game was about, so this is like, oh, interesting. Yeah, I love a game that's like, fuck capitalism. That's right, Joey. That's right, Scott. The monsters. But everything else, ooh. Yeah, right? I just had the thing come out, like that video about anti-fascist games. Here's one. A centaur. A bug lady. Okay. A beginning. Can you create your own monster? I'm assuming. Let's find out. Your character. Okay, yeah. We're gonna learn. Oh, absolutely, Fiverr. Absolutely. Irish Jacob, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome in. Hooray for learning. This is cool. Yeah, this is cool. You are all members of an organization Start that over, Woody. Rewind. You are all members of an organization dedicated to protecting the weird, the monstrous, the anomalous, and the magical. You are also, in some way or another, weird, monstrous, abnormal, anomalous, or magical yourselves. Preferably for me, you're a bunch of anarcho-communist queers as well, but you do you no judgment. Just know that no bigots of any kind are allowed to play this game at the risk of being hexed, cursed, or otherwise jinxed. Remember, no bigots, only Bigfoots. Your group is not all-powerful. It is not associated with any government or corporation. It is definitely not structured in a militaristic or hierarchical model. It does not have stuff like a budget or orders from the higher-ups. It is, however, organized and coordinated. It has to be. It was created with some goals in mind. Protect others like you from persecution and exploitation from people like the Bureau or the Brotherhood. More on those later. Prevent stupid assholes like Nazis from using magic to achieve their nefarious goals. And overall, keep the world weird. This game is, in a way, a response to a lot of things. Most of all, Hellboy and the BPRD and the SCP Foundation, but also books by Neil Gaiman, Charles Stross, and China Miéville, and games like Delta Green or the World of Darkness universe. Some of it was taken from Forgotten Dresden Files RPG campaign I planned many years ago, and some of it came from notes of a novel I'm writing as a middle finger to some transphobic fantasy writers. It's also influenced by getting annoyed at how many Nazis there are in occult circles. Overall, it's my take on urban fantasy genre and its tropes while feeling monstrous myself. It's taking bits and pieces from all those different things and stitching together a monster in my own fractured image. I love when games are written with people being like, hey, this is why I wrote it. This is what I was inspired by. Like, it's one thing to have a sort of, a touchstone list, but just like notes. Give me a note from the author all day long. Oh, he's almost done, Fiverr. I gotta finish him. Yeah, this is a great preface, right? This is a game about monsters, anomalies, magicians, and other weirdos fighting back and protecting the oppressed against those who would exploit and erase them. And punching Nazis, of course, for all Nazis should be punched. Okay, moving on. So, all right, there's a talk about safety tools. You create a manifesto together, which is taking turns declaring an element, any element you'd like to either have or not have in your game. That reminds me of Microscope. This is cool. I came to make games and be petty. So you come up with a name and or call sign for your character, what others call them, and the pronouns they use. Think of a background for your character. What did they do before the story began? Oh, there's a list of, okay. There's a list of pre-made backgrounds. I love rolling on tables. Games with liner notes, behind scene footnotes. I love that. Yeah, Night Thirst 2nd Edition is going to have a lot of me yapping. I feel like you could do that, Clorp. I feel like you could do that. Hi, Chi-Chi, man. Let's see. Can someone... Why can I never say this word? Do you have words that you just, like, your mouth was like, no? I don't even want to try it. Artist, bartender, clown, conspiracy theorist, construction worker, cook, digital influencer, doctor, drag queen, filmmaker, hacker, journalist. Vampires on here. Antiquarian. Why can't I say that? Antiquarian. This is my auntie. Aquarian. Antiquarian. Aquarian. You. Do you ever make yourself in a game? When you guys make characters for RPGs, do you typically put yourself into it, like a little bit, a lot of it, or you're like, no, this is a fantasy? Yeah, what they got against Tally from Mass Effect, I was just saying, that's a dream cosplay. I would love to do like a Comic-Con in a Tally cosplay and tell nobody, but now you guys know, so don't tell anyone if you see me. Some experiences, but mostly make wacky, weird stuff. That's cool. Say it 3 times fast. I cannot. You do for World of Darkness games? Let's look at... This is like... I feel like you could use... I love a book that you're like, I could use this for other games too. Naga. Did you guys ever play... Monster Rancher? Looking at my last 10 characters, the common traits they have make me reconsider some things about myself, so maybe? Don't you love that? When you're like, this is a total, like, you know, you think you're inspired by something else for a character, and as you're playing, you're like, wait a damn minute. Like to roll on random tables and then try to fit that into a little character niche. That's fun. I already get easy mode IRL, so I don't play straight white guys in games. Oh, interesting. That makes sense. Monster Rancher. Oh my god. Don't get me started about Monster Rancher. Ooze. You are a massive sentient slime. Thank you for noticing. Whoa. Is it bad that I want to poke that? Yeah. Right in the bulb. Puppet. Reptilian. This is cool art. Oh no. They took their skin off. You're Proquarian. Right in the bulb. Vampire. Wait, let's read what they say about vampires. You suck. Or maybe not. There are all kinds of vampires after all. Just pick the type of Dracula you like the most with its own abilities and weaknesses. Maybe you are a coldly erotic fancy noble, sparkly fuckboy that tends to brood shirtlessly, a hairless fanged freak that kind of looks like a bat, a goth diva straight from the 90s, including black trench coat and sunglasses at night. Maybe a member of your favorite clan from that other game. You can even grab a ton of useless dice and get in the mood. The possibilities are endless. Write your tags accordingly and take a magic tag if you want. When you're in daylight, write it down as a consequence. Whenever you drink enough blood, mark it down. You can spend it to do vampire stuff, like turning into a bat or whatever, with the same mechanics as casting a spell using magic words. That other game. Is it bad I want to poke that? Ask the girl in the Monster Lover shirt. Kind of wearing a perfect shirt to be talking about all these spooky games today. Fruit bat vampires. I love that. Ooh. Take a look at Monstrous by Kyle Latino. I'm not familiar. Maybe you have the skin of a killer, Bella. Hell yeah. All my characters are sparkly fuckboys, and I was like, wait a second. Is this me? What's going on here? I feel like I'm interrupting something. Were creature. Whoa, this thing's cool. This is wild. Oh, I thought the belt buckle said Virgo. It says Virago. I was like, huh? Their wands, their needs, a magic tag. This is so cool. This is really neat. Your group. Come up with your name. We got group traits. Roll for rage. Group NPCs. Why no vampires? Because they suck. We have Ozzy, a ginger werewolf who looks scary but is actually a sweetie. Your Haven. Your Haven features. Yeah, there's some World of Darkness inspo there. Conditions. This guy's got a condition. It's called Stabby. Magic. Artifacts. Ooh, eyeball. Some people to meet and possibly punch. Ooh, the bad guys. All right, we got people from the Bureau. We got the suits. The Watchers. The Brotherhood of Thoth. Some ancient Egyptian stuff. Got the pub. Whoa, look. She's working at the Boop Factory. Putting in a hard day's work at the Tip Factory. This is cool. This is a cool game. I really did not know anything about it. And now, there be monsters. So, I love it, like, picking up a game and just being like, look at the cover. I was like, this looks cool. That's really what I did with this game. I was like, this looks cool. And you know what? It is. You'd work there? Zambies! Zamalama. Hi, Zambies. How's it going? We're looking at games. We're looking at some freaking goddamn games. When's my Zambies combo stream? Zambies and I are planning on streaming October 30th. Boo! Hi, Nickel Doodle. Have you heard of this game? These are the two that we've looked at so far. At the playground with the kiddos. Oh, they have the day. Oh, yeah. Hi, I hope you're having fun. Tell them I say hello. Hi, Jam. Oh, if you want, I'm happy to do it. If you want to send me a photo, you're doing kid stuff. I ain't got no kids. I just got a stinky poodle lying on the floor. If you want to send me a picture that you want me to use, I'll absolutely make something, no worries. A little graphic. I'm kind of a pro. By that, I mean, I have Canva. Getting fired from the tittery. Oh man, Nickeldoodle, you gotta hear about this game. A Poodle. This is The Time We Have by Elliot Davis. This is a game made for two people. you play brothers in a zombie apocalypse. There's a bunch of different kinds of zombie apocalypses that you can play, and you're playing like back to back or through a freaking door because one of you's been infected and one of you is not, and this is your final days. I don't know if I can... You want me to pick up Archie? Will he allow it? Will he allow it? I have a poodle. Apocalypse. Hi, Jim. Ooh. Camp Grizzly? No, but I saw that at... What convention did I see that at? Gen Con? That's Archie. He's like, woman, do you want a treat? I'll give you a treat for doing that. Slap his butt. Hi, cute doggy. Yeah, go feed your meat vessel, Palm. Go eat some good food. Well, welcome in, Jim. We do have the same hair. No, Clorp tries to convince me to get a cat. I'm not getting a cat. Archie, you want a treat? You're killing your blue sky? What is that? Why? Everyone say, welcome in, Jim. All right, I'll give you one more stinky fish, Archie. Yay! I'm glad you guys are having fun at the park. I love your face. Yeah, send me a picture, a selfie, just cause, but also one that I'll put in the one that I'll put in the graphic for us. If you guys aren't following Zambies on here, that's silly. On both Twitch and YouTube, Zambies is an incredible artist. Famine, hi. 20 freaking months. Thank you so much. Oh, I didn't know that about that, Caligula. Interesting. I love Zambi's face. No, you. Yeah, Archie's stinky, man. I bet I could sell Archie's wool. That'd be cute. Yeah, I am making an effort to be on social media less. That's part of my play a billion games mission. And speaking of games, I did not realize Paint the Town Red is such a beefy fucking book. Got some heft to it. Give it a spank. I'm really excited to play this game. This is one that I backed a while ago. Archie, are you sniffing your own butt? What are you doing? Got him all riled up now. Wait, really? You taught your niece to make yarn by grooming your... That's so fun. There's so many, Jim. My favorite thing to do is talk about games and play games. And this is a game about being dead inside. And I'll read the back to you. Look at how big this book is. It's crazy. Archie, leave it. Lay down. Go lay down. Good boy. It's not the Archie show right now. It can be the Archie show later. Something very bad happened to you a very long time ago. You died, and it fucking hurt. Your blood is cold, but your skin is colder. Your heart might as well be made of stone. Your memory is like a... Do you pronounce this word treacle? Treacle. Treacle. Sometimes you even remember to blink. Being dead sucks. But I know what will make you feel better. Wet your mouth a little, have a drink. It's time for a party. Let's paint the town red. It's always the Archie show. Yeah, it's true. This is the... Nice, V10. This is the intermission. Paint the Town Red is an RPG of sad gay vampires. Your characters are afflicted with the curse of undeath, which brings both misery and joy, depending on how your night is going. The only thing left to do is chase the sensation of feeling alive to escape the rot you feel in your soul. I hate that. So, I hate my journalism copy editing brain where, like, I just, like, will pick up on typos and then I feel bad for people. It takes me out for a second. I'm like, oh, because it's just life. It just happens. Do I use shock collars on pets? No, Archie's naked. I use a stern talking to. Oh, they spelled depending wrong. The only thing left to do is chase the sensation of feeling alive to escape the rot you feel in your soul. This 244-page core book contains the full rules and character creation process for Paint the Town Red, as well as rules for magic, non-vampire characters, and advice for creating your own factions and cities. It also contains 3 adventures: Party of the Century, which is Rome in 82 AD, Hair of the Dog, Aachen 801 AD, and Party Crashing in Splendid Gazzini 1016 AD. A little bit. Oh yeah, those are like chock full of them queer. A little bit. Look at this cover. This is crazy. Paint the Town Red. Intro. Okay. Something very bad happened to you a very long time ago. You died, and it fucking hurt. You're cursed. You're still here and couldn't just stay dead. You're definitely not in heaven, but there's a pretty good chance this could be hell. Your heart has basically stopped. You don't need to eat. Your skin is clammy. Your touch is cold as ice. You have to remember to breathe, to blink, to smile. Those are things people do, right? It'll be all right. Everything will be okay. You can get it together. You just have to find the right place and the right people, and it will all work out. There are other dead people just like you. They're suffering in just the same way you are. The best way to do that would be find someone you love who loves you back and spend the rest of your life with them. How hard could that be, really? Finding a soulmate when you might not have a soul at all? Guess it's time for quick wins. Dancing the night away, drowning yourself in drink and drugs, losing it all at the card table, fighting or fucking until you forget who you are. If you spend too long alone, you might start to smell the rot in your soul. But the easiest way is blood. Someone else's blood. Your touch won't be as cold as ice after you drink another person dry. You'll feel a little more human. Your heart will beat like it's meant to. Take a sip. Cut loose. It'll be all right. When you're in the moment, you can almost remember what it meant to feel alive. Reading this book. If you're reading this book, you are either a player in charge of a character, a vampire, or a game master, henceforth the GM, who controls all the non-player characters, narrates the story, and educates the rules. I really cannot speak today. So it's like Nightbreed, yeah. And Grandpa. Someone cast manual breathing. That would be fun. That would be fun, Igor. Let's see. If you're a player, read the player's guide bullet points on page 6, then read the rules quickly. You can read character creation if you want, but your GM will go through it with you at the start of your first session. Might be worth reading through a session to figure out a typical structure of a session and some of the rules for downtime, but you don't need to. Oh my god, this game is downtime. I cast itchy shirt tag. It's a great question, Clorp. Yeah, Hive is right. You're like, what's going on? Let's see. Oh, here's some piece of media we consider Paint the Town Red stories. Some of them are about vampires and some aren't. Disco Elysium, Midnight Mass, Only Lovers Left Alive, What We Do in the Shadows, Thousand-Year-Old Vampire, Interview with the Vampire, Dark Souls, Chronicle of Darkness, specifically Vampire and Requiem 2nd Edition, In Brugge, Leaving Las Vegas, Being Human, Lost in Translation, Blood Red Sky, Dracula, Carmilla, The Illustrations of Harry Clark, New History Warfare. Wet Sock. Yeah, Thousand-Year-Old Vampire comes up a lot. I still haven't played that. I need to play it. I think I'm like, in my head, I'm like, oh, I want to do some like big, cool physical thing to go along with it. Like, I know some people like scrapbook and do things, and I just need to crack the book and see about it. Like, I need to not put pressure on having to do it like perfectly. Yeah, I mean, Clorp, a lot of grammar and syntax type stuff, like, you just kind of, like, know from observing things, and you don't really know all the language for it. It's been so long since I've had to seriously think about any of that. I get hung up on starting a new character because I want to, yeah, historically accurate, time management. Yeah, I feel like I'll get in my head about that a little bit. Hi, Spovin. Ooh, look at, speaking of which, be authentic to history, but remember vibes and fun are more important. Your characters were there. History books can be wrong, but your characters cannot be. I really love that. Ooh, Hostel. I'm not familiar with Hostel RPG. Traveler based, but in an alien-like gritty universe. Corb, I feel like a lot of that, you just kind of like, something will feel right or wrong with that. Yeah, that's like a very cool rule. That's a very cool specific rule of cool. Yeah, this is really... In the game, lean into being what a vampire is. Be an impulsive, hedonistic walking disaster. Already doing it. Embrace chaos and make mistakes. Understand your character's pulse and chaos will move around a lot and embrace that. Change how you roleplay. Roleplay your character and make decisions depending on the state of your pulse and chaos. Make connections between your characters and the wider world. This is like a full-ass fucking world. I want to run a game of this. Because I don't want to run a game of Vampire the Masquerade. But I do want to run a game of this. Impulsive, hedonistic, walking disaster. Put that on my fucking tombstone. Characters' 3 stats are savagery, allure, duplicity. That's fucking cool. I always like, some people complain and they're like, don't change all the words for stats and these things and that things. And I don't know. I think it gives the game character. As long as you have little, that's true, vampires don't die. As long as you've got like, keep it simple. Savagery is threatening, attacking, terrifying, feats of strength, allure, seducing, persuading, de-escalating, feats of charm, duplicity, lying, plotting, sneaking, feats of dexterity. That's cool. I like that. That's pretty simple. Me. So you have pulse, you have chaos. Get the blood running. Yeah, I'm a very rule of cool kind of gal. The art is very fucking cool. Sample passions, so there's some under violence and rage, oblivion and ecstasy, chance and culture, skills and hobbies, occult and weird, religion and obligation. Get zooted in the backyard? What? A wild witty stream. Hi, Blackwater. Bloodborg. Hell yeah. Blackwater, how's it going? Hi, Shrimp Goddess. We're looking at some new games. Undead Senses. We have Bonds. Goosebumps. The Stench of Joy. As a vampire, you can smell passion and joy and those partaking in it. You can particularly feel it in your bones as it dances on the wind. You can also, the stench of misery. You can smell death and misery in those struck by it. You can feel sadness on the wind, clogging the air with mist. Pain and feeling it. Flatlining. Banes. Let's read some Banes. Can make them cry under a full moon. Wait. I love games. Yeah, go back and have a zoo. Have a zoo, girl. Oh. I always say zoo like caffeinated. I forget that also means weed. Have fun getting zooted in the backyard. Hey, that's fun, Blackwater. It's nice to have time. That's how I feel about not this past Under the Dice Fest not going with anything to put in the case. But I'm like, I got a year. I love big tables, I can't deny. Who is blowing up my phone? Is there something important that I have to look at? Do I have to look at this? It's all good. Having another undead drink all their blood. Yeah, drink his blood. Get the shit beat out of you. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, 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 ay. Yeah, that's right, Blackwater. No pressure. The whole point of all this stuff is to have fun. Wearing a 1940s zoot suit. What if I... It'd be so fun. Like, there's certain outfits that I'm like, it'd be very funny to just wear it on stream or in a video and not say anything about it. Character creation. Tell us about your life if you remember who you were, where and when you were born, the name they gave you if you care to share it. You died. Do you remember how? Trying to live again. Let's drink blood. Let's drink some blood. Oh, this is cool. So there's some... Oh, so there's some background history stuff, but it's like by when you died. So, hey, was it in the Ancient and Iron Age? Was it classical and post-classical? Was it medieval? You were Peter, a shepherd of Weald who was called to serve the Lord with your longbow in France. You were there on St. Crispin's Day, but died on a noble lens. Renaissance and industrial. Modern. 10 dead, you'll meet on the street. Man, I gotta read. If I'm gonna run a game of this someday, I gotta read this whole fucking book. That's cool. Whoa, look at this statue. I want a statue like that in my yard. And we just let them get away with it. They can't keep getting away with this. Caveman vampire would be so fucking cool. Died from too much smooching. I'm gonna test that theory. Cave pirate. That'd be so fucking cool. Archie, I saw you sniff your own butt. I freaking saw you. I saw you. Good boy. Yeah, Stone Age vampire idea. I have a really cool idea for a medieval game that's been like rattling around my brain forever. It's not a vampire game though, but it is really fucking cool. And medieval. Smooch to death. Kit Bash statue incoming. Ooh, that reminds me. I gotta check on something in the mail for a Kit Bash. Playing a werewolf? Hold on, this changes things. We must read. Werewolves. She's so beautiful. Mother Moon, old Luna, so bright and gleaming in the big black sky. It is ever so easy to fall in love when it's the right time of the month, and by God do you miss her when she's gone. It's all just a reputation problem. You don't eat people any more than a normal vampire does. It's not a monthly destructive rampage, it's just having a good time. All your friends who hang out together all the time and worship the moon, it's not a cult, honest. You'd do it too if you knew how good the parties were. 2 to 3 weeks at a pool on the floor is worth it for this kind of night in the town. Play a werewolf if you want to emphasize the full experience of painting the town red and move around your pulse and chaos even more than your friends. Becoming a werewolf. You don't need to do anything. Being a werewolf is entirely about culture. You're also probably more butch than the rest of your friends. Even more so than other vampires, your passions likely have to do with parties, substances, and revelry. Interesting. Interesting. We're werewolves, not swearwolves. Zoanthropus called Bubble Wand, who never wore clothes, and I roleplayed with grunts. That rules. Bubble Wand. This is cool. So there's the campaign. So there's the start of the campaign, second session, third, fourth. So it's saying at the start of the campaign, the moon is new. Second session, it's waxing. Third session, full. And start of the fourth session, it's waning. Start of the next session, it begins again. And then there's effects and stuff. Interesting. Interesting. Waswolf. Archie, what are you doing? Come here. Oh, wait, I remember. So he has like a little like Licky Mat, and I just remember that I froze some stuff as Licky Mat. I'm gonna go get his Licky Mat so he'll entertain himself because he's being rambunctious. I'll be right back. You flew up there to light the candle? How'd that go? Like he's licking his Licky Mat. So you can be werewolves. This is a whole ass fucking world. The Haunting, the Convent, Party of the Century. This is like some of the different adventures. This is cool. I'm excited about this. Hi, Samurai. Never mind. Corb, that sounds so nice. Kind of rude that you didn't invite us, but that's fine. This is so cool. I, like, honestly am more intrigued by learning how to run this game than I am by VTM. Ooh. I like that. Look, we also have our cool GM screen. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. Vampire. Stuff about fighting. The start of the setting, session structure, stat checks, pulse and chaos, consequences. Cool. Vampire, right? See, yeah, the thing is, yeah, I'm like grateful to VTM and there's like really cool stuff in there, but this just seems like more, I don't know, modern and has less baggage. Like, and not saying, yeah, it has its pros and cons just like any game. And like I'm not saying like I'm never gonna play VTM again, but like if I'm gonna like get invested in learning how to run something, like this is more intriguing to me to learn how to run. And Elliot Davis, look at this, a solo expansion. Modern, yeah. Last night you felt alive. Now the dried blood at the back of your throat reminds you that you are in fact dead. As your head throbs and your body aches, you step out into the city. What happened last night? Time to find out. You have a crazy vampire night, and then the next day you have to go figure out what the fuck happened. Who is he? And this is really cool because I just punched my microphone. I'm really excited about this, like that they have like the solo thing too, because the thing is I want to learn this game. I want to eventually be able to run a game of Paint the Town Red, but as a big old book, and I feel like this running yourself through a solo thing is a good way to learn a game. That was loud. I'm sorry. Yeah, certain games attract certain people, and that's not a steadfast rule. Steadfast didn't make that rule. It's not, you know, dude, where's my Renfield? You wake up and you're like, bro. But yeah, some games it's like the vibe is like often not there. But there are things that you really love about it. Really, like any game, it's if you're playing with other people, the group is gonna make or break it. But Steadfast does rule. Yeah, I'm sure I will. I'm sure I'll check it out, Clark. Oh, and also, New York City, 1929. For the Roaring Twenties, the end has begun. I'm not going to do that for this whole thing. The fabled age of champagne and sins has risen to heights never before imagined. Bootleg liquor flows and smoke gathers in the speakeasies and jazz clubs that breathe life into the night of this great city. I was just there. Perhaps. Weekend at Drax. All this stuff is cool, but a lot of games with less pages isn't just as rich. True. As the stock market comes crashing down, the country begins a spiral into the Great Depression. You came to New York because you heard it was the city that never sleeps, and for a vampire, what could be better? After a decade of endless revelry, the city has nothing to lose, and there's no party quite like a funeral. Yeah, Weekend at Bernie's TTRPG. We did talk about that. Samurai, have a good lurk. I hope you make something delicious. I got a bunch of groceries from the local Japanese market, and I've been eating like big ramen-y messes for the last like couple meals. Is the description of your last weekend on the East Coast? Well, a girl doesn't eat people in Tao. Hi, Juicy. What's in here? I haven't actually looked in this. It was an age of miracles. It was an age of art. It was an age of excess, and it was the age of satire. F. Scott Fitzgerald. You got people. Tag yourself. I'm Sage Boggs. This is cool. This is cool. You gotta have it. Big ramen-y messes. That's what I have for breakfast. That's what I have for dinner. Archie, did you eat that all? Wow. Impressive. Yeah, I got like enoki mushrooms. I got some bok choy. Ooh, we got contact cards. Nellie Blight. Diligent, inquisitive, ruthless. Same. What you doing? Come here. Come here. I'm gonna slap your little head. Blackwater, go put some delicious food in your belly. You deserve it. You gotta nourish yourself. Mind, body, and soul. You gotta fuel that bod. I hope you get something delicious. Ooh, 2-page RPG for potential design gig. And man, I love having limits. I love limitations. I love parameters. I love just like, because it's a challenge to yourself, but it's also like, all right, once you have that parameter, you can run in a bunch of different directions and do like off the cuff shit, but you have like an anchor. Yeah, let's do it. Let's have a stretch and some wah. Love limitations. Yeah, if someone's like, make a game. Like if I said right to you right now, hey, guess what you have to do this week? You have to make a fucking game. Make a game. You'd be like, Witty, why are you yelling at me? But if I said, hey, you need to make a 1-page game about goblins at the zoo. You need to make a 1-page game that's scary. You need to make a 1-page game. You need to make a card game that's funny. You could go, okay. Limited color palette. Yeah, I like that. We're stretching. Archie's going to town. Zoo goblins. A zoblin. Alright, I'm gonna grab a seltzer. And I'm not gonna hit the BRB screen because maybe Archie will run by and it will be cute. Mind goblin. There's a lot of vampirism at this desk. That's true, Berserker Works. Hi. That's so true. Make a pair of pants out of human skin. What? If Archie stayed in one place, I mean, he's got a bed over there. Maybe we could set up a Archie cam at some point. I've just never done it because he moves around a lot. You know what I mean? He's a traveling man. How's it going, Berserker Works? Is it secret stuff? This is a big ass map? Whoa! Big ass map. Your mission is simple. Drink the blood of every single person living in New York City. You gotta get a big-ass map. Oh, that's smart, Steadfast. He'll get fat. We love a woman with a big map. Maps Monday, baby. Dearest Flossie, I was absolutely delighted to receive your letter dated October 19th. Since that unpleasantness in what was I about to say? Cairo. It's Cairo, like Egypt. My brain said Clairo, like the singer. In Cairo, I've been traveling alone. It would be delightful to have some company again. With that in mind, I have taken the liberty of preparing an itinerary for your trip. Day 1, 7 o'clock, the Knuckle Club. 11 o'clock, a late night ride on the V Express. That's what I got. I'm not gonna make that joke. 3 o'clock, tea and dim sum at the tea parlor. Day 2, 9 o'clock, Boss Tweed, Tammany Hall. 11 o'clock, Farage the Trader, Water Street. 12 o'clock, Squire Jim, Madison Avenue. I was just there. 2 o'clock, boat trip on the Hudson. 5 o'clock, dinner with A. Phillips, Carnegie Hall. 10 o'clock, Mama Strazio, Greenwood Catacombs. Wow. Took her back to my place. Sure, the Knuckle Club. Took her on the V Express to the Knuckle Club. I'm an adult. A word of caution while you're here, make sure you stay clear of the Brooklyn Bridge, the Manhattan Prison, tombs in local parlance, and the remains of the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory. Yours forever. What is this name? Alicius Rex. Me and my lesbian friends hanging out. Call us the Knuckle Club. Time to les out. Oh god. This did just say that it was a game about gay sad vampires. Maybe I want to be a gay happy vampire. Ever think of that? No, you only think of yourself. Alright, this is cool. Wow. We've gone off the rails of the V Express. Is that a schedule or a menu? I was wondering that. It might be a little bit of a both. Does this game also come with bandanas for flying? Imagine a game that comes with bandanas. You know what, Clorb? I've never played a game that has you play as kids. There's like kids on bikes and stuff, which I've never played. In Monster Hearts, I think you're playing teenagers. If you're a gay sad vampire needs cheering up, I hear a trip to the Knuckle Club could be just the thing. I wonder if anyone's ever made a game with that. Yeah, you gotta make that game. We have contacts. Oh. Lark is observant, frustrated, and mysterious. An artist who paints portraits of the city's undead in almost imperceptible shades of black pigment that can only be seen by those with a curse. She rarely makes new works these days, angered at the advent of artificial light and sticking only to the darkest corners of the city. The 20s have been good to her in one way, though. The city's elite mortals love to buy up the mysterious all-black paintings she produces. She sounds fucking cool. Lestat. I don't know. It sounds like therapy, but there's something that, I mean, a lot of games are therapy depending on who's playing them and running them. I love that shrimp. You're like, oh, that's just included. See, and this is the thing too, these little character cards, I feel like the vibe of them, you could be like, I need an NPC for something. Good luck, Freddy. Romantic, impulsive, childish. Perfect. This would be fun. Okay, as someone who is in improv classes, and I love it so much, you guys, we do this thing where everyone's in a circle and someone will say a name, the person next to them will say a profession, and the person next to them will say like a feeling, and then the next person has to like do a line or two of that character. So I'd be like Tony, and the person next to me would say the bartender, and the person next to me would say is superstitious, and then the next person in line has to go, or in our circle has to go, okay, and let's like do a line about being Tony the superstitious bartender. This kind of reminds me of this. Good luck, Freddy. He's romantic, impulsive, childish. A student at NYU bites off more than he can chew. Oh my god, this is so funny. Freddy keeps dying and coming back due to his undead curse. He seems to have no idea that this is the case and will insist to you that he's just really lucky. Freddy, you're a vampire. And he's like, ha ha ha. You're so funny. Yeah, I love improv class. It's so much fun. I feel like it feels like I'm describing your friends. Sounds like high society. Boblin the haberdasher with depression 5 times. We have to move on. Breakneck Baz is violent, rageful, competitive. She was a competitive bare-knuckle boxer who sought the undead curse to chase the thrill of perpetual violence. Now a werewolf. I think I'm in love with Baz. Baz can clear a room with a look, and if that doesn't work, her fist will certainly do the trick. She judges her friends based on how well they fight, and if you impress her, you may become friends for the rest of your undeaths. That's really fun. You can be cool, but you can't be Woody doing Monday evening live streaming gaming stuff cool. Yeah. A werewolf freaking bare knuckle boxer. Come on. That's so cool. What? The serpent. Tricky, wealthy, boastful. They're a gambler and a lich, willing to bet anything on anything with anyone. They claim to have caused the fall of the Ottoman Empire with a single bet. You'd be wise to bring your own dice and playing with them. So there's jobs, there's potential jobs, there's rewards. Catherine Kitty. She's the matron of cats. She's a kitty girl. Oop. Werebear Knuckle Boxer. This is the matron of cats in New York City. She owns a 5-story brownstone in Park Slope, Brooklyn, and surrendered the majority of the upper floors to the transient pack of feral cats. She's able to communicate with them, and her kitty network is known as one of the most reliable sources of information in the city, provided you pay them with their favorite treats. Jobs: steal her the lion from the Central Park Zoo, intimidate her landlord who's trying to force her out, bring her literally any cat to add to her network. These are so fun. I love the difference. Bring this woman a cat. Bring her a fucking lion. Oh my god. These are all really fun. I kind of just want to read all of these. I could just read all these. Fedora Fred. We've all known a couple of those. You guys, this is really cool. And we still have one more game to talk about. Can you believe it? Truly blessed. Truly blessed. Hey guys, look. I dry brushed this little guy. He's so cute. I'm in a boxing club, by which I mean I send a lot of stuff by parcel post. You know what? Blind boxing club. Hi Ruben, welcome in. Listen, now that you brought me this cat, he's a great cat. He's a beautiful cat. But as you can see, looking around my penthouse, I have a lot of cats. And while I always am happy to see a new one, I need something a little bigger. I need something with a little more oomph. I need that fucking lion in the Central Park Zoo. Now that's a beautiful cat. Yeah, he's a little baby. Yeah, that's a fun thing to think about, escalating those, like if you have like... Let's get these character cards out again. He's great. Yeah, think about running... Let's see. Yeah, if you're not gifting me a puma... Let's see. So we have... Let's see. Goodbye. A drag king named Gladys Bentley. Oh wait, there's ones on the other side too. Like, are they all kind of escalating? Okay, let's see. What's this one? We got a cook. Tomas Volkov. Whoa. That's so close to Volkova. Volkov. Ah. What up, brudda? Hungry, hospitable, foreboding. He traveled to New Amsterdam years ago with a pot of perpetual stew, keeping the fire stoked for the whole journey. The city took to his cuisine, not knowing the horrors of what was behind the unique flavor. Volkov is willing to put who and whatever into the pot, to the dismay of even his fellow ghouls. He runs a well-attended restaurant, Wolf's Bite, and the one item on the menu, soup of the day. Jobs, deliver a batch of soup to a flatlined friend of his. Bring him some poor victim to toss in the pot. Haggle with Hudson for a special ingredient he needs. Rewards, he'll dispose of a body for you. Yeah, I fucking bet he will. Offer some of his signature seasoning blend. Allow you to rent the Wolf's Bite for a private event. The safety of guests cannot be guaranteed. Interesting. Interesting. Legally distinct, Volkov. Got into a fist fight while passing someone on some moving stairs. Call that an escalation. That's good. Movie that invented the jump scares about a femme fatale who may or may not have turned into a panther to murder people. I love that for her. That's cool. Let's see. We've got... The Scream Drinker, thirsty, scary, unresponsive. It loves the sounds of mortals in terror, but lacks the energy to scare them itself. The Scream Drinker opts for a simple job operating the newly constructed roller coasters of Coney Island. It's not much for conversation, but if you've got screams to give, it'll follow you into a rough situation. Jobs, scream extremely loudly in its presence. Bring it somewhere mortals show fear. Pay for someone to ride the cyclone. Rewards, unlimited free rides in the cyclone provided you scream. Introduce you to Hot Dog, back you up in a fight. Wait, who's Hot Dog? Is Hot Dog a character? We need to find this. Night Cabbie also. Okay, I'm intrigued. We're going to read Night Cabbie, but I need to see if someone's name is Hot Dog. Is there someone named Hot Dog? Please. Please. Smarmy, unsettling, decaying. Same. And then we'll look at the, maybe someone's nickname is Hot Dog? I wanna know. Hellcat Maggie? Alright. Night Cabbie is so cool. Okay, that's a very... Vampire Cabbie. Alright, let's read about Hellcat Maggie, and then I have to show you another game. She's feral, ruthless, and sentimental. The most feared enforcer of the Sixth family, she filed all her teeth into points and grew her nails into claws before she became a vampire. She becomes violent even at the slightest provocation and is banned from every lurk in the city. She can often be seen listening to a tune from a musical pocket watch that she never lets out of her sight. Oh, he introduces you to the concept of hot dogs. He's like, I'm about to blow your fucking mind. Jobs, find someone who can repair her watch, get her drunk in a lurk that she's banned from, involve her in a fight she thinks she could lose. Rewards, run a hostile contract out of the city, distract a faction with extreme violence, listen to her pocket watch, increasing your pulse by D3. Interesting. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I like all these characters. I like these cards. I like this art. I like this game. Paint the town red? I think we will. In fact, I think we will do that. Okay. And now, last but not least, more Doom Pilgrim, baby. We got new Doom Pilgrim. We got Elder Space. Solo dark space exploration survival horror. Yeah, Doom Pilgrim is in space now. Can you even believe it? As soon as I saw that he was coming out with this, I was like, I'm gonna lose my freaking mind. And he was like, my guy, I will send you a copy. He didn't say it like that. But I'm very grateful to be sent this because, as you guys know, I freaking love Doom Pilgrim. Right? And I love spooky space. You got yours. I know, I came back from New York and I had a pile of packages and I was like, life is good. Life is good and games are fun. Title of my memoir. a specific game called Oops, You Lost Your Marbles. All right, here we go. While sheep people of human worlds enjoy AI-generated virtual realities, advanced ecstasy-inducing substances, and erotic fantasy brain implants, it is told that beyond the borders of the known universe, hostile powers gather. A scout must be sent to investigate the threat. You will have the most high-tech teleport at your service to crawl through spatio-temporal rifts to the most remote corners of the cosmos, even to the parts from the very onset of time known as Elder Space. I think we're going to crack it. We're going to crack it open, Clorp. What is Elder Space? The universe has been expanding since the Big Bang, so the newest space is at the center, and the oldest parts are on its margins. Thus, with the term Elder Space, we refer to the oldest of the oldest, as old as the Big Bang itself, the space with which humanity has had no contact. Until now. Hi, KT. I know, I'm in a different time zone. It's so rude of me. Hi, Eric. It's so rude of me. Hi, KT. Hi. Wow. We've been looking at new games. I'm very stoked. We've been being little silly gooses, too. I'm gonna put this right there. Shall we? We love playing Doom Pilgrim on this stream. I have like things to build and paint and work on, but I'm gonna crack this open. New York was so fun. I saw the show at Radio City Music Hall, saw Keanu Reeves in Waiting for Godot, went to New York Comic Con, met Sigourney Weaver, got to hang out with friends. We mostly kept like our LA like time zone, like kept operating within the same time zone, so we stayed up really late, like most nights. Ooh, there's some differences. So this one we have body trauma, psychic trauma, Borg trauma. We have gemstones. We are a cybernetic organism and may get various enhancements. Interesting. So it's like it uses the Doom Pilgrim engine, but there's things that are going to be a little bit different. Staying up late is the very New York thing to do. Well, you would think so, but there were places that were closing at like midnight, and we were so confused. We were like, "I'm sorry, are you telling me that this city sleeps?" KT, how have you been? What's going on, Eric? Yeah, I'm like, what? In what world? Ooh, we got some cool freaking space art. Whoa, freaking alien. All right, I think these are upside down. We kept ending up at this like bar that, like a sports-esque bar that like it looked like you're just in someone's like country style kitchen. I know, I was told very specifically that the city did not sleep. It is sleeping right now. Yeah, I really do love New York. And it was fun too, because it was some people's like first times. It was some people like they had like not been there for a really long time. Yeah, it was good. Just moved in the 7-Eleven close to me. Closes at 8? In a nice burb of a big city. Whoa, look at this fucking guy. He's like, let me in. Let me in. Whoa. Oh no, I'm sorry that you've been sick. Out of the gym and crying about it. No! I hope you feel better soon. But I'm glad that everything else is going well. 7-Elevens in the US are getting the Japanese 7-Eleven treatment. Don't tease me. Death Metal Bar in Brooklyn? Ooh. Yeah, they're for if you're feeling adventurous after a couple drinks. Oh my gosh, if we get Japanese style 7-Elevens. What say you? Shall we play a little bit of Doom Pilgrim? Elder Space style. Look at this guy. He's got tubes. He's got freaking tubes in his boobs. Alright. I love Doom Pilgrim. This is Elder Space. If you've never seen us play this game before, I'll tell you about it. So in this one, we're going to be a little space traveler. The other one, you're kind of a medieval wandering guy. And we have a deck of cards. These cards right in front of us. And you pull 3 at a time. And 1 you flip over, read, and act accordingly. 1 you discard entirely. You're like, nah, this doesn't come up in this game. And then the other 1 you tuck into the bottom of the deck for later. I don't know if there's a new character sheet for this. I think there is. I haven't printed any of them off. Yeah, we got the new Doom Pilgrim, baby. This is Elder Space. We're going to freaking... We're gonna fuck the moon. Just kidding. I don't even know what that means. Okay, so... We'll use an old one. Do we want to use an old character sheet? Hi, Archie. Because some of it's going to be different. I feel like we could use it. It's so good. It's so good. I guess we could use an old character sheet. We'll try it. Let's see how different it is. So we have damage, body trauma, psychic trauma, Borg trauma. We have a basic failure stat. Hey. Leave it. Lay down. Lay down. You can play with that if you want. Could set up different difficulties, gemstones. Let's just kind of like... Let's play it loosey-goosey. Let's just sort of flip some cards over and just follow along. Bog trauma. Okay, hearing bog trauma just makes me think of fucking Neverending Story. Fight the Darkness Artax. My god. Okay. So I'll show you. So pretend we have a character sheet here and that we're actually playing rules, but really we're just gonna look at some stuff. We're gonna play it real loosey-goosey style. I know. Sorry to remind you, Steadfast. Hey, baby, what are you doing? Come here. You got a special treat. You be getting pets. You gotta be good. That's the opposite of good. He being the opposite of good. Come here. You see what I put up with? You see what I put up with? This crazy ass dog. Okay. Ooh. He's being Doug Host. Okay. So let's just grab 3. But in the end, you see Artax and he's fine. This looks like Doom Pilgrim art. Here, I'll show you better without the glare. Up all night. Okay. So, this is how Doom Pilgrim works. So, you would draw these 3 cards. So, we have creepy shadowy figure beckoning us. We have these guys. Oh, they're digging ditches. And then we have, oh my gosh, KT, that's so cute. That's so cute. Archie's not really a lap dog for very long. Like, he likes to snuggle and stuff, but he doesn't want to like snuggle like in my lap generally. He wants to like sit on a couch or a bed like with his head on my leg. Yeah, we're slamming in the back of the Dragula. I don't know. Neverending Story ends and you see Atreyu riding Artax and they're happy, so it's just a bad dream. The Bog of Eternal Stench. And then we got this, like, golem-y looking guy. This guy's got, like a gun or something in front of this. So, I want to know what this is, so we're gonna do this one. We're gonna ditch this one, because they're digging ditches. And this one we'll put at the bottom of our deck. So then, let's see what happens. In a dark corridor of what is probably a spaceship, a dark figure confronts you. Hey, so you got it for me? It's hard to find it in the galaxy right now, so you're right. But don't expect me to give you a fortune for it. I'm not an addict. You can find a million of addicts out here. He wants space drugs. He wants space drugs. Hi, Squeezy. How's it going? Thank you so much. 41 months? Archie. What is up, dude? He's sneezing at me because he knows if that he barks, I'll go, no. So he's sneezing at me. Why are you sneezing at me? Go lay down. I said that and he just flopped over on his side. Yeah, he sneezes on purpose. Let's see, what can you do? If you have a narcotic petal or flora sample with dubious effects, you can exchange it for a healing kit, a soothing kit, a repair kit, an advanced kit. If you don't have such a thing, you at least make him tell you... you just, like, have a little story time with this guy. Interesting. He wants space drugs. Let's see. Let's look at the next three. We have... Whoa. I like this. Oh, no. So next thing we have, like, an alien guy. We get a mysterious figure. This reminds me... What's that? That game... Oh, you're like a convict in a rusty bucket of a submarine. What is that game? This is Jeremy Pistelman. He's a bad boy. Iron Lung, thank you. Yes, this reminds me of Iron Lung. Let's save this one for later. What's Jeremy Pistelman up to? Yeah, the one Markiplier made a movie about. And apparently used so much blood making that movie that it got deep inside his ear and he had to go to the hospital. Rusty Submarine Prisoner. That's a movie. This guy's equipment is very familiar to you. How is that? Okay, buddy, game over. He draws a pistol, the same one as you have. Give me everything and I'll let you live here. Only the best one of us can get back home. Your shock amuses him. You thought you were on this mission alone? A bit of a conceited guy. The situation gives you the opportunity to overplay your shock and created the impression this information completely devastated you, and you really intend to hand over everything to him. When he's holding the heaviest part of your equipment, you attack his chin with your fists. This fight is without weapons and without the equipment you have partially removed, so the 2 damage that occur in this fight can only be prevented by strength enhancement. We don't have any enhancements yet. On the contrary, if you're missing an arm, a hand, or have a body or Borg trauma, it means 1 more damage each. When you defeat him, you want to apply an Inquisition kit, but suddenly it does not work, so you apply an old school work, but he dies in the meantime. Oh. It made us expendable, failure +5, but we've gained fauna +2, mineral +3, and his armor enhancement +1 arm shields. Interesting. So... there's a lot of different stuff. So it uses the system, but there's a lot of different mechanics. Look at this little guy. Okay, yeah, let's read how the difference in mechanics and stuff, 'cause it's like more different than I thought it was, which is cool. Oh, there's like a bunch of lore and stuff. A cyber bong arm. That seems crazy. What is Riftcrawler Inquisitor? You will be sent behind the borders of the known universe as a special investigator agent called Riftcrawler Inquisitor. Inquisitor refers to your quest for interrogating and asking questions. For this mission, you have a super modern interrogation set at your service. Oh, that's what that was talking about. Which rings pain on the basis of brainwaves gently, effectively to get the right answers. Rift Crawler means you will be sent through a series of rifts that a mechanism at your disposal opens through time and space to take you to places in the Elder Space that an advanced algorithm chooses for you. Oh, that's what these are. Oh, we're rifting through these different things? That's a neat idea. For simplicity, we refer to the system as teleport, though the principle is very different. You are not dematerialized and rematerialized. You walk through rifts as you are. There are two types of such a teleport. The big teleport is needed to send you beyond the borders of the known universe. This is said to be a very subtle, high-energy operation that, in terms of resources and overall preparation, can be compared to... Where does this go? Starting an intergalactic ship flight. That is also why you cannot take many things with you. You'll need to find the right tools during your journey. So that's also similar to Doom Pilgrim, where you're like, I don't have shit. I have to acquire shit. Yeah, right, Steadfast. And why, as they say, you have to assess whether they should invest the reverse leap to take you back. So we're like, we found enough things. Please take us back. Please don't let me just float around in space. I want to go home. I want to go home. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I want to go home. Do you know what that's from? There's an AI assessor implemented in your systems that weigh your action and sets your status either on worth taking back or expendable. Talking about AI in your systems, you're a cyborg, half human, half robot, with mechanical enhancements implemented in your body. Most of them are added once you were chosen for this mission, but they could not add too much. So there'll be other enhancements you can find on your journey, and only to these found ones will we refer on cards. For example, assessing how many strength enhancements you have. We're talking only about found ones. The smaller teleport you have on your hand will take you through small rifts within the Elder Space with all your items. Interesting. Let's see. So characters and their stats. So this unsure mission was offered to you as, so you could either say, so you were originally a person living on the streets whom they promised decent living in return if he or she returns, a prisoner to whom they promised freedom, or an old intelligence agency with serious sins to be forgiven. So you have different static, like different starting, game over stats and limits depending on that. Interesting. No, not Jaws, Escape V. I was quoting a really old SpongeBob episode. Which is silly. Yeah, I wonder if there's pets in this one too. This is really different, but I like it. Borg means your cybernetic system functions. Some of the traumas have side effects, some are without side effects, or their effect can appear in interaction with a particular card. Similarly, also some positive gains have their direct effects, while others are of use only in connection with a particular card. Okay. If you get the poison trauma, you need to heal it in the course of 10 rounds, the next 10 cards, or you will die. If you get home sooner, they heal it there. Similarly as they heal other traumas of yours with advanced medical technology, if you ever get home. Jaws is legitimately a scary movie, Escape Game. That movie is a freaky ass movie. So yeah, at the beginning, you choose your character from the panel on the left and difficulty from the panel on the right. You choose 60 cards at random, shuffle them, put them in front of you. These are the places you can visit in Elder Space, and you can teleport. Usually allows you to choose from 3 options from which you only see visual glimpses. That's a really cool idea, to take the whole 3 card thing and be like, okay, I can teleport. This is what I can see in front of me. This is all I know. Guess I'm gonna have to pick. What the fuck is happening there? What the shit? What? It's like an insect thing eating? Freaky. Pelletort. Yeah. Oh, look at this guy. Kind of reminds me of Hellraiser. Angels do some, demons do others. So you flip the card, go, you know, do the same thing as in Doom Pilgrim. Write down your gains, your losses. Okay, I think there is a new character sheet. I gotta print off a bunch of them. Then put the played card text set up aside into what we call the deck of played cards. So that's like your like history. No tears, a waste of good suffering. Honestly, holds up. Jaws holds up. Cozy Hellraiser. I want to play the new Hellraiser game when it comes out. Ooh, saw the 50th anniversary screening at an indie cinema. That's cool. I don't believe I can play that game on stream. Maybe that will be like a bonus. I'll screen share. I can't talk. I'll screen share in the Discord. Maybe that'll be a little bonus stream. Yeah, that's a very not TOS game. Yeah. Yeah, everybody, if you're not following KT, please go follow her, and also send her well wishes. We hope you feel better. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for hanging out. Cozy little game stream. I was gonna paint stuff today, but I really had so many games to show everybody. I'm pretty sure it's like next level violence too. And there's nudity and stuff in it. But I think it's just, I don't know. I don't really know. It feels like a not streamable game. Everyone say, bye, KT! I feel like everybody's sick right now. Yesterday was truly like, I'm getting sick. And then my body today was like, no. I think I was just so fucking exhausted that my body was like, you must stop. I said, okay, I'll stop. Hell yeah. Kind of want just like a little bit more coffee. Cozy Hellraiser, cozy farming, water your plants with your tears. Interesting. Yeah, I would be curious if you could do it. I was debating playing more Silent Hill F. Like, I'm gonna keep playing it, but I was debating if I wanted to stream it or not. Anyways. Let's see. Then we got... Once they're the last 3 cards in your main deck, you stop choosing from them. Play one after the other until there's none. That's fun. Without any cards in the deck, the game ends and you count your success points versus failure points. Ooh, it's just which one's higher. Oh man. If your failure is higher than your success, you're just left in the elder space as a failed experiment. So there's clues, which are the most important of them as they relate directly to your mission. Knowledge is a type of information about phenomena in elder space, useful for scientists, though not directly connected to your main mission. There's success points for material samples like flora, fauna, fungi, mineral, and unidentified. Assessing points of success sum up all these points in total. This is very cool. This is really interesting to see how Doom Pilgrim has evolved. And taking the mechanics for that and putting it more in a like intentional like mission type thing. This is very interesting to me. Yeah, Sifas, Twitch doesn't know what it's doing sometimes. Have I seen Megan 2.0? No, I've only seen the first Megan. I've only seen the first Megan, which I thought was entertaining. I'm glad I watched that movie at my brother's house where, like, sometimes we watch movies at my brother's house and we're like, hey, this is a movie that we really want to watch and we're just going to be quiet. We're just going to enjoy it. We're just going to experience it. It's supposed to be a really good movie. And then other times we're like, this is not going to be a good movie and we will be doing a Mystery Science Theater thing throughout this entire film. And it's one of my favorite things to do over there. They were all hanging out there the other night and they texted me a picture And we're like, miss you. And I was like, oh, you're so far away. But we did that with Megan. It was so funny. Megan's a great one to talk shit about while you watch it. There's other ways to lose the game. If your damaged body, psychic or Borg traumas reach their limit. If you lose paired organs. Oh, this is like the other one. Like if you lose both your eyes, both your feet, both your hands. If a text on a card tells you. If it's like, hey, you're fucking dead, then you're like, fine. Things you find all have their value stat, and you can use them to pay in barter trade during your journey. That's cool. There's fight enhancements, agility, strength, accuracy, speed, armor, aiming enhancements. When preventing damage, you may read that, for example, your fight enhancements prevent 1 to 2, which means 1 point of any... Interesting. This is very different, but not. That's freaking cool. Freddy versus Jason. I've never seen Freddy versus Jason. Archie. I hope Jason wins. Freddy versus Jason's old, right? Will you spoil it for me? It's okay, but not great. Hi, Metal Razor. So we are, welcome in. We are just looking over today some of the games that I have recently acquired. 2005. If it's a 20-year-old movie, I feel like you can spoil it. Freddy versus Jason. Who wins? Yeah, Freddy is literally the worst horror villain. I'm not even surprised to hear that. They both win? No! Yeah, you can't beat Alien vs. Predator. Oh, you've been waiting to see this? So you can buy it? Are you gonna get it? They both win and lose because they kill each other. Ugh. Gaming Gremlin Goblin unboxing flex. Yeah, we, Metal Razor, that's a cool name. We were just talking about Hellraiser earlier. Archie, come here. My dog's being a lot. Bro. You just did? Nice. Can you see on the website, do they have, whoa, what is this guy? Let's read this card. He looks fun. New character sheets. Oh, Jason comes out of the lake with Freddy's head, but then Fred winks to the camera. I hate Freddy. Freddy Krueger's probably my least favorite horror villain. Oh, that's fun. Archie, lay down. Archie was at daycare the entire time I was in New York City, and he came back and he's just like, hey, I was tired for 10 minutes. I'm over it now. So, yeah, isn't that interesting? So the way that this game works, Metal Razor, so this is Elder Space, which is it takes place, it's by the same person who did Doom Pilgrim, which is like one of my favorite solo games of all time. And it is tarot-sized cards. You're absolutely right for that. And it kind of gives tarot vibes in the way that you draw 3 cards, and then you pick one to experience, one to get rid of. Whoa, look at these guys. Oh my god, all the art is so cool. One to experience, one to discard, and one to save for later. Who are some horror villains that you guys feel like should be paired up against each other that haven't been yet? Who should the Cenobites go up against? It's a hangout movie. That's fair. Yeah, I like movies like that. Freddy versus the Cenobites. The Cenobites would win. Freddy would make just dirty jokes the whole time, though. So this guy... A pitiful monster lives in this gorge. It probably feeds on the remains of creatures that fall here from the fertile plains up there. Well, let's see what this creature has for us. It doesn't speak. It stares. It stares and then starts to snap its sharp protrusions, which are supposed to be arms. A fight is inevitable. The only question is whether it will attack with its prongs or try to wrap its long body around you like a python. Focus on either the prongs or the tail in defense. Cool. Cenobites versus Boris Karloff Dracula. Chucky versus Terminator. So you learn the outcome, so does that affect replay? So it does and it doesn't. So some of the cards I remember from Doom Pilgrim, but the thing is like a lot of the cards are also impacted by other things you have going on, and there's so much on them, it's hard to remember. So once in a while, like I've been playing Doom Pilgrim, like replaying it, and I'll look at a card and I'll go, I know that's bad, but I don't remember why that's bad. That kind of thing. So technically over time it could affect replayability, but there's so many things going on that I don't really find that it does that much. Terror-sized card storage. Ooh, Snarling Badger and Malifaux are terror-sized cards and can find sleeves but not boxes. Interesting. That's an interesting dilemma that there's so many things that use terror-sized cards. Oh, there's a spider. You stay over there now. Don't come any closer. You gotta stay over there. Get it out. Puppets from Puppet Master versus Evil Robot Toy from Evolver. Sadako versus Godzilla. Hi, Dr. Penguin. We're talking about horror villains that should be paired up against each other. Taco versus Burger. Taco Burger. Predator versus Art the Clown. I don't like Art the Clown. God versus Jesus. Oh, a Freddy versus Jason versus Ash Williams comic. That's fun. Mr. Fun Size? Ooh. So fast. Oh, loads of tarot card boxes on Etsy, just not game specific one. That makes sense. So there's like, it's not a thing that game companies are making, but exists. You're getting Art the Clown when it comes to Fortnite. Man, there's a lot of cool skins coming to Fortnite. Daphne and Velma. There's someone else that I was like, oh, that's cool. Cthulhu versus Witty. I would win. Jaws versus Freddy. Just don't get in the water. Oh, yeah, Ghostface. I want to get Ghostface. But yeah, let's see what this other one is. The giant thing right in front of you resembles a multi-tailed scorpion. How could you be teleported so close to it? Does the creature have something special in it that makes it evade the sensitive radars that set the impact position? Of course there are radars like that, otherwise it would also transport you inside a rock into the depths of the ocean or place you a kilometer above the ground into the open sky. Well, maybe the scorpion wasn't assessed as a sufficient threat to issue a warning. Anyway, there's no time. You have to defend yourself. Oh god. He's attacking. So this is interesting. So in this one, because you have these like fight enhancements and stuff, I feel like in Doom Pilgrim there's a lot more. Wow, that light is really just doing it. In Doom Pilgrim, there's like the original one, there's a lot more acquiring items that not necessarily like, there are like weapons and shields, things like that, but there's a lot of like tokens and trophies but in this one you are taking this idea and you're applying it towards like research. So you're trying to get all these like enhancements, but you're also trying to get like flora and fauna. It's interesting. Chucky versus Killer Clowns from Outer Space. That'd be an interesting one, actually. Pyramid Head versus Jeremy Renner. Hellboy versus John Constantine versus the Cenobites. And they all kiss. Any horror slasher versus Bugs Bunny. I mean, cartoon physics actually, you could draw some parallels to slasher physics, like horror things where stuff happens where you're like, what? So that's kind of fun, actually, to think about. That's a real movie. Oh my god. Stoner horror is like a whole other genre that I'm not really familiar with. I haven't seen a lot of stoner movies. Maybe if I smoked weed, I'd watch him. There's plenty of, like, I feel like, I don't know. What? Does he have a shotgun? Yeah. Hellboy and Constantine would be fighting, and then they'd be like, yeah, we're gonna have to team up against the Cenobites. That's absolutely what would happen. Roger Rabbit versus Bugs Bunny. Molly. The ill-looking man with the rifle is a smuggler. He offers you the following items. He wants 2 values for each of them, but it's overpriced. If you buy one of them, no, only value 1, as you won't be able to trade it for more yourself. Jetpack, ray gun, telescope, healing kit, temperature regulator, flamethrower, long-range rifle, advanced unlocking kit. Whoa. There's one problem, though. As soon as you turn your back on him, he shoots at you, as he'd like to make the best deal possible. Luckily, you were expecting something like that, so you only faked your turning, and thus you're at risk of 1 damage only in this fight, which you can prevent with any fight enhancement. Then choose one of the things he left behind. Unfortunately, he shot the other to pieces during the fight. If you shot a flamethrower, would it explode? Hellboy is so cool. Speaking of Hellboy, Hellboy 2 is Tooth Fairies, and speaking of Tooth Fairies, look at this thing. Didn't that turn out great? Good boy, Archie. He gave up on causing ruckus. If the metal sparked from the bullet penetrating the fuel tank, I feel like it would. Let me show you guys what this is looking like. Probably gonna work on it today. There's a lot going on my desk right now. Thank you, Ben. So I'm thinking it's gonna look like this. I'm gonna take off my headphones for a second. So I'm thinking. Yeah, don't break. Okay. So this on my head. Once this is done. And then I think I should attach this to like the sides. And I think it should go over my mouth. Not like it's my mouth. But I think that these two, when worn together, should look kind of like that. I'm going to move this forward a little bit. Get all wobbling. Oy, 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 oy. Okay. Like this. Kind of like, yeah, kind of like headgear. This is going to be one that can only be worn for a certain amount of time. See what I mean? Do you see the vibe? Do you see the vibe? Now imagine this spooky wig, spooky makeup. Yeah. Look, I can put it in my ear. Witty, gritty goblin. Like a helmet face guard from American football. Yeah, it's turned into Cenobite vibes. Your brother got a kitten? Oh, a little orange kitten, yay. But yeah, don't you think that this is like, this is a vibe, right? I think it's a vibe. I wish that I could wear contacts. I can and have, and I'm sure I will again, but like, fuck, I hate doing it. Really hate it. I hate touching my eyes. Now if only Woody would have gotten kitten. It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. I hate to say it. Oh my god, I haven't seen the Tick in so long. My life would improve and also get worse in the same amounts because I am allergic. Yeah. That's why that's a never. Literally, when I had a dating profile, like I remember I downloaded Hinge like a million years ago, and I literally put in the bio like I am allergic to your cat. Like I was just like, I'm so sorry. Like I was like literally like a deal breaker for dating in the way of being like I will not come over to your house beyond just to like stand in your kitchen for a little bit. Yeah, costume contacts would be so cool for this costume, but... I love them, they're so cute, but damn. They make me so itchy. But yeah, I think so for really at this point, what's on here... Oh, 1 second. So I think at this point, I'm gonna put this away. Get this out of the way. We're gonna talk strategy. Let's talk strats. I'm gonna do a couple costumey things, throwing stuff together. You know what? Speaking of glasses for costumes and stuff, I saw someone do something so fucking smart. So you know the beautiful French spider from James and the Giant Peach? I saw a woman, she painted little two, like the eyes, like she has how she, if you look her up, she's got like two pupils. Excuse me, I'm burping. Somebody did that, but painted them just like on the glasses in a really intelligent way. And I was like, you're so smart. You're so smart. I could do that glitch. It would have to be, every cat is different and I'm different levels of allergic to cats. So it's like I had a professor who was very allergic to cats, fell in love with a woman with 4 cats. They're still together to this day, married, have a child, but he had to like train himself to be not allergic to those cats. Like you could do like specific cats, but in general. Yeah. Molly, what do you want to be for Halloween? Hi, Tatty. Yeah, I think with this, honestly, at this point, I'm just going to prime. I'm probably going to brush on primer these parts, these little like nasty little parts, and then like the green stuff, and then everything else is really just going to be like a wash. I'm just going to wash it. I don't even know if the green stuff, if you'll really even see it, but I'm going to wash it and make this like rusty. And at this point, because of this stuff, everything will stay. Oh, that's right. You had mentioned that. The Hornet Silk Song costume. That one seems a little bit involved. Yeah, it'd have to be like real intentional. Archie, lay down. Go to bed. Bed. Good boy. What a good dog. Oh, he's such a good dog. Gogwab. But yeah, I think that these, now it's going to be more of a this thing. And then you could wear it 2 ways. So you could have it like this. Hello, give me your kiss. Or you can have this as like a tiara for a different kind of tooth fairy. I don't know, choker or necklace, it will really depend on the costume. But I think this is pretty much done, and I'm going to seal this. I don't think it's supposed to be humid at all today. Archie, you can reach your water. He thinks he can't because there's a step stool next to it. Gogwab would be a good Morkborg name. I like that. Hang on, I'll be right back. I gotta move that stool so Archie can, like, he can understand that his water's right there. No, not like that, Steadfast. My name is William Poltergeist. Archie, do you want one more fish? Do you want one more fish treat? Here you go. Look at it. Fish. Okay. Archie's like, you freaking kidding me? Are you freaking kidding me, Toots? Archie, my guy. You are driving me fucking nuts. You know that? You know that, dog? Can I pet that dog? Love you, Archie. Even when you're a pain. Go lay down. Good boy. The most spoiled dog in the world. You would think he never gets to have any fun, ever. Ben, how are you doing? Tell us what you're up to. Yeah, Archie's like, you think you're busy? You think you're busy? What's the name of that movie again, Corp? Yeah, he's a sniffy boy. I'm excited to see Good Boy and then find out what it was about it that Ben was like, Because Ben's a certified dog lover. Loves a cute little pup. And loves a horror movie, so I'm like, interesting. That's a movie. Aw, man, you were gonna pry minis during stream beer. Wait, why are airbrushes the most temperamental piece of equipment you could possibly own? Hi, Palm. Did you have good food? So yeah, we're just like right now, this is the Monument Hobbies brush on primer. Big fan. And we're just dotting it onto where our green stuff is. This is going to be built up like more gum looking type stuff, decay. And we're going to have a lot of, leave it. Hey, lay down. You have both pissed and shit a bunch of times before stream. I know that you're fine right now. He's being crazy. Taking part in soaking the parts. Oh my gosh, you got this. Tiny precision parts. Sticky, gunky problems. Oh my gosh. Damn, Clorp. I'm sorry that you saw a horror movie that fucked you up that bad. Possum is crazy. That's a really, whew, that's a grim one. There's kind of kid bashing in that movie. You must feel the rain coming in LA. Yeah, I just saw a thing popped up. It was like, hey, flood warning. And I was like, excuse me? No, don't do it. Archie, baby, what's up? Hi, good boy. I don't know why you're so worked up right now. Hi, sweet boy. Why are you being a bad boy? You're not even being a bad boy. You're being just a anxious boy. You're being a busy boy. Feel the rain on your skin. When is it supposed to rain in LA? Yeah, that's wild, Steadfast. Oh, it's because I called him Stinky. He is, though. Yeah, this piece of green stuff I'm gonna try to cut off. I want to watch do you think I could watch Creep and Creep 2 alone? MadQuest, that's so smart. I have a dentist appointment tomorrow, actually. Do you think I should bring this with me? Leave it, baby. You're good, Archie. Exercise, chillness. In about 2.5 to 3 hours. Oh my goodness gracious. I should wear this to the dentist. It was so funny. So as soon as I was like up and at 'em this morning, I was like, oh, I'm getting a phone call. And I pick it up and they're like, hi, is this Whitty? And I was like, yes, hi, who's this? And they're like, oh, it's such and such from such and such dentist office confirming your appointment for tomorrow. And I was like, what? Like, I was like, this is the weirdest scam call in my brain. Because I was like, I don't have an appointment for the dentist. Because I forgot that I've made a pact to myself to get a cleaning every 6 months, which is like the ideal. And I have dental insurance now. But I've never been able to do that. Like, couldn't afford braces as a kid. Like, it's just like, in my head, it's just like, you go to the dentist when you're like, fuck, I really gotta go to the dentist. Not like regularly. So I had forgotten that I went to the dentist 6 months ago, and then apparently like the ideal cleaning is every 6 months. So I made an appointment to do that because health is wealth and it's important. And so I was like so confused. She's like, yeah, you have a dentist appointment tomorrow. And I was like, didn't I just have a dentist appointment? And then I was like, did the math, and I was like, oh my god, that was 6 months ago. Don't let them use it on me. What if I want them to use this on me? If you can't dish out the art, don't make it. Yeah, I might try to watch Creep alone. Ooh, I haven't seen Phenomena, actually. Yeah, mundane and very human evil. Oh, Ben, what was that movie that I asked you about the other day? They did an episode of Ruined on it. Oh, man. I'll have to look up the name of it. It sounded really scary. All right, that's, I think, all that primed. Nothing else really needs to be primed on this. We're gonna just do... We're gonna paint this stuff. We're gonna do some washing. Honestly, the excess glue, I wasn't being too precious with the glue on this one because it's just adding texturing to have that extra glue on there. And then we're also going to do, the Yoo-Hoo glue is gonna be its own thing at the very end once this is all painted up. Pyewacket, yeah, Pyewacket. I remember I was like hearing about this movie and I was like, I feel like Ben would really dig this movie. That's fun, Molly. Precious glue. Turns out they're not supposed to be 15 years apart. Yeah, apparently. We know some equipment missing. We know it was you. We know you stole our freaking dental tools. Actually, honestly, this pack of dental tools cost me $7. And I figured, like, I was trying to spend, like, as little money on Halloween as I could. But I was like, you know what? This is $7. And then any of the ones that I don't use, I'll use as sculpting tools. Because dental tools are really good sculpting tools. Yeah, Pyewacket's cool. I'm a spooky girl living in a spooky world. Spooky, spooky, spooky. Oh, Archie baby. That's my new song. Also, I'm excited because I've been trying to spend less time on social media and more time. I just feel like I'm getting dumber. So I found some cool, and I love having YouTube videos up, but I found some cool like philosophy and like think piece kind of channels recommended I saw online. So I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna have stuff on in the background, I want to have like an audiobook on or like something interesting for my brain. Creep Show, classic. Or just like having movies on instead of scrolling and stuff, because it's just like, I don't know. Movies I think are educational and they're also like inspirational. If you're making art, you gotta consume art, you know? Yeah, my hair is going to cover up some of the stuff too. I think I'm going to wear a wig with this. And for two reasons. One, spooky wig. Yeah. And two, it will be more cushion because putting this on my head, I can already feel like this will fucking suck. And yeah, like wigs are also pressure on your head, but it'll be good to have a little bit more space. Let's go to space. I can't believe it's gonna freaking rain. Yeah, it's only 70 right now. It's like not hot here for LA. Crazy. Oh, for me it's showing that it's not raining until tonight. Oh, it's gonna rain all night? Oh, I'm gonna listen to the rain. Feel the rain on your skin. Yeah, I have like, it came with like these little like protector things here, but I think I'm gonna have to add a little bit more. Yeah, it's a good call. Does the bad guy win in the end? Is that the name of a movie? My dad covered my eyes during the big lab alien scene in Independence Day. That part freaked me out. I remember watching that movie as a kid. Okay. And then I think we'll do... So much horror, the people do win. Yeah, you kind of like, I feel like when a lot of the horror and just a lot of the movies, like you're used to a hero winning. So sometimes when you watch, like you'll just watch something where it just ends and you're just sitting there like, fuck. Okay. Guess not this time. And then you're waiting for it to be a dream or for like someone to like last minute save the day, but sometimes you're just like, damn, it's a choice when that happens, you know? I love watching a bad guy in a movie get what's coming to him. Like, we don't have to talk about the details because it's just upsetting. But I did, like I mentioned, I watched the first John Wick movies, and there's like parts of it that I like couldn't really watch. But just knowing, like, it's not even a spoiler, but just knowing that revenge would be had, I was like, all right, let's fucking go. I wore my Final Girl shirt to Comic-Con, and somebody was like, that's a very cool shirt. And I was like, I'm the final girl. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair, Clorp. Blade? I mean, I really enjoyed Blade, but I wouldn't call it a Christmas movie. Yeah, American mainstream media does not like tragedy. They need not a tragic ending for sure. This part that I'm painting right here, I don't even think people will see it. But I don't want visible green stuff on there. You know whose movies, not horror at all, but movies I haven't seen in a while? I haven't seen any of like Wes Anderson's newer films for like a while. I feel like he's come out with a handful of movies that I haven't seen. Yeah, absolutely. I will say I prefer monster supernatural horror to human villains. Yeah. I love a creature feature. I mean, there's certain slashers like Scream. I love Scream. But I don't need to like watch a bunch of slashers. I like a creature feature. Ghost movies scare the shit out of me. It is, absolutely. Oh, yeah. Escape V, you're 100% correct. It is, it's a bit predictable and easy for sure, but Airplane Watch? Absolutely. Oh, actual serial killer movies? Nah, I have no interest in that. People are like, hey, they made a TV show about Ed Gein, and I'm like, I don't want to watch anything about Ed Gein. That guy's fucking disgusting. Nah, I don't want to watch that. I don't want to watch Ed Gein. Good creature feature is unbeatable. Yeah, and then good creature feature, and then you put some practical effects in there. Absolutely glitched, yeah. Scream is so good. And the fact that the two bad guys from Scream are gonna be in freaking Five Nights at Freddy's 2 is so funny, and if they don't make a reference to Scream, it's bad and inaccurate. Oh, man. Yeah, right? That's the thing about serial killer movies. They want movies made about them. You know, they want people to be talking about it. They want to be, like, famous. And I'm like, don't give them that. Have I met Matthew Lillard yet? I haven't. No, I know a lot of people who know him. But I've not had the pleasure yet of meeting him. Why do you think we all want revenge? I think we have like this like sense of justice. Yeah, Ed Gein is dead. Didn't he get the chair? Dude, Ryan Murphy needs to fucking chill. The fact that Ryan Murphy's like also like he's like, I want to make a Luigi Mangione show. I'm like, can you let him even get to trial? Can you fucking chill out, dude? Yeah, true crime's not. I don't want to watch a movie that's like, ooh, look at, this is the real thing that happened to someone. Look at this person's worst day. This is the worst day of this person's life. This has enacted generations of trauma. Isn't it gross? Isn't it wild? And I'm like, oh, I don't want to look at that. Crazy. I think this will do it in there. We don't gotta go crazy. Oh, did he really glitch? That's funny. Humanizing real monsters in an effort to create a more emotional narrative is a slippery slope, in my opinion. Yeah, there's complex characters. You know what I mean? There's anti-heroes. That kind of thing. There's villains where you're like, I understand why this person became a villain, not justifying their actions, but like I can empathize and go like, okay, this is why this happened, and sympathize. But Ed Gein, Jeffrey Dahmer, let's not do that. He hit me with the phone dick line of improvised. That's so funny. Like, that is so unnecessary to me. Give us more creature features with practical effects. With practical effects. Hi, Danae. Oh, was that the Gypsy Rose case that you're talking about, Palm? That's fun. Yeah, I literally only hear good things about him. Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's a new Dexter show. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. I saw the first 2 episodes of Dexter and I was like, maybe it gets better later, but I was like, I don't really like this show. And I stopped watching it. Yeah, that was a crazy story. That's a really crazy story. We got a dinner. This is going to be so cool. Yeah. It's kind of the impression that I got, Ben. I'm like, product of its time. Really? Interesting. Danae, I hope you're doing well. Just want to make sure that we got no green showing. It'd be so embarrassing. I'm so nervous for when we get to the Uhu glue stage of this. This paint is going well because, I mean, right now I'm just painting green stuffed parts. I put a little paint primer on the green stuff and it's taken like a fish to water. But I think in general it would be a little bit trickier, but the rest of it is just going to be given a wash. This part is tricky and will potentially stab me in the head, so I'm going to have to keep my eye on that part. You have a Twitch profile picture? Wait, I want to see. Oh my god, yes! It's so good. I don't know why, but it's giving me right now, like, I foo up energy. Like, mom, I foo up. Oh my gosh, I love that lasting art comes from every time we play that game. Woody just wants to eat glue, always. Keep your eye away from the stabby part. I shouldn't even joke. All it takes is one sneeze. So, what kind of hair do you think a Hellraiser vampire, tooth fairy, disgusting creature would look like? I think I have a black wig somewhere with bangs. Have I seen any of the Purge movies? You know what? I haven't. I listened to a podcast about them once. That's so good, Spovid. That's so good. Yeah, I think I'm gonna make it look like dirty. I'm gonna like do some washes on this and make it look dirty. White hair. Ooh. Maybe white and black. Wait, white hair is really good. I don't know why I didn't think of that. You're very smart. What do you got there? A live stream. No! Yeah, white hair. Or like a bloody head, skin peeled back. Whoa! Ooh, that'd be so cool to have like a... How cool would it be to have like a... What's it called? A bald cap and then half a wig. So, and like literally paint it to be peeled back. Ugh, that'd be so gross. I don't know if my like special effects makeup skills are quite there yet. I think the concept of the Purge like bummed me out too much because I'm like, man, there are people who'd be so stoked on that. Aw, man. You know. Let's see how this looks. Dirty. Well, That's doing what I was hoping it would do. Hi, Mikey. That's what gets me with zombie films. Yeah. Yeah, we don't love that. A veil. A veil, you say? Yeah, that's so true. What? A braid with teeth in it? Ooh. A braid with teeth in it. So, yeah, so this is a Halloween costume that as it's evolved, I won't be wearing this out. And if I do, it will be with a costume change because I value comfort. The older I get, especially, I'm like, I don't got it in me to be fucking uncomfortable for that long. But I am going to play dress up. I am going to complete this. I am going to do a cool photo shoot in it. Hair. Speaking of white hair. Millennium Ring from Yu-Gi-Oh! Vibes. Yes. Oh my god, I saw Yu-Gi-Oh! Cosplay at Comic-Con. I thought of you. Hi. I do love to hobby. Hi, Mikey. I'm great. How are you? Yeah. Listen. You can't hide a zombie bite. You can't be doing that. If I got bit by a zombie, the first thing I would do is I'd be like, oh shit, I got bit by a zombie. I'm so sorry. Like, the idea of keeping that a secret. A bald cat, but it's teeth. Oh, that's cool, Palm. Maybe I should give it a chance. Teeth beads. Aw, dang, Mikey. How are you doing? Yeah, it was my first Comic-Con ever. I enjoyed it. I really loved looking at everyone's costumes because the thing about Comic-Con was there were a lot of professional cosplayers there, but way more than that was they're just people having fun. I can't believe I met Sigourney Weaver. So crazy. The most embarrassing zombie bite. Gosh, I don't know if any of them would be embarrassing. It'd just be a bummer. I'd be like, I'm so sorry. Night of the Comic. Yeah, fucking Shooby dudes. That's how that'd go. I'd be like, oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah. Ben, that sounds so wild. Being bitten on the butt cheek. That would be pretty... That'd be a bummer. Get it? Get it? Ankle bite. You gotta tell people. You really gotta tell people. If you got bit by a zombie, I know you don't want to, and I'm sorry, but you have to, okay? You just gotta suck it up and you gotta go, man, a boob bite. Ow! Oh, it always fucks me up in zombie movies and they get someone on the neck. I'm like, bleh, bleh, bleh. It's so gross. So gross. I mean, it's gross anywhere, but like, whew. I got bitten. Where? Just trust me. Just trust me, bro. Listen, why would I make that up? It's real, okay? Listen, I'm not happy about it either. Do I want to get the... Yeah, we got to get the mirror, too. You can still kind of see in it. I want to concentrate it in the grooves. I gotta grab Archie's meds real quick. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. Yeah, I was wondering about that, about cracking the mirror. I think it'd probably be safer to, yeah, paint cracks on. Thank you. Yeah. You guys promise me if you ever get bit by a zombie, you'll tell us, okay? You can't keep that shit to yourself. I know it's scary. But you gotta do it, okay? Yeah, has anyone ever tried to suck the zombie out of the poison out of a zombie bite? And then they're like, cool, now I'm a zombie. A patient gown thing. Oh yeah, I should get a little dentist bib. So, fun news, because of where this is at right now, I feel like there's no reason why Wednesday stream, we can't just be slapping some Yoo-hoo glue and doing the nasty part on that. That'll be good. I ain't sucking no zombie. If I see you get bit, you're on your own. Yeah, that's fair. In the event I am bitten by a zombie, I 100% promise to wait till a Monday or Wednesday stream to tell anyone. No! That's not what I meant! I mean... there are people I would bite, but not anybody that I, like, personally know IRL, probably. Maybe, actually. Some movies they can chop off a limb. Oh, yeah, if it's, like, spreading. If you get bit, like, right on the finger. And you go, well. Yeah, I think there's a couple people that I'd be like, you deserve a... Ugh. If I'm going down, you're coming down with me. Ooh, get locked in the room with your enemy and say, it's fucking go time, bitch. And by go, I mean you and I are going. And where? Zombie Town. We ain't coming back. Well, we are, as undead. But I'm taking you down with me. I don't understand how a medieval zombie movie has not been made. Okay, Cheech, I get it. Alright. I know we've had our differences, but why don't you come over tonight? That'd be so wild in a movie. Imagine someone's on the phone and they're like, hey, listen, about that fight, we should talk it out. You know, there's crazy shit going on outside right now. And... I mean, if we're gonna die, I don't want to die with all this bad blood between us. Like, you should come over. And then you're like, and then you like see the person, and like the movie like pans down. It's a movie now. They pan down, and you're looking, and they're like looking at this bite on their arm. And they're like, and then they come over, and as soon as the door opens, just, or tricking them, and like it'd be more theatrical to like have them come inside, and then you're like sitting and talking, and you're like, and they're like, they have like at that point a button-up shirt to cover up the like. You know. That'd be funny. I was imagining it more like dramatic than that, but I like it. Great idea for an indie horror flick. I was just saying I want to be an indie horror movie. Add it to the list. I'm gonna write it down. Cool. I'm gonna make that movie. All right. You bite someone's lips off. Ugh! That's gross. That's good. That's really good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna keep working on it. This is what we'll work on what's it called? Wednesday. Forgot the word for Wednesday. Let's see. Okay, Archie. Okay. Alright, since we talked about spooky stuff, I'm gonna send you somewhere cute. I love teeth. You know someone who's been in indie horror flicks? What? Yeah, Archie's losing his shit. Alright, I'm gonna head out. We're gonna keep working on this on Wednesday. Wednesday. But thank you guys so much for hanging out with me, looking at new games. That was really fun. Cracking this open for a little bit. We'll keep on working on it. And yeah, I'm gonna go send you guys. Yeah, thank you so much. It's good to be back. I missed you guys. I'm gonna send you guys off to Cute Land. This kind of reminds me of the bear trap in Saw. Okay, you ready? Ready to head on out? Yeah, I would like go late today, but a combination of Archie being a pain and I have an appointment that I gotta do. Sorry, Hoda. Sorry, we'll have to catch you next time. I'll see you guys on Wednesday. If you are so inclined, share the reel that I posted today so more people can see cool indie games, because, you know, I just want all the people to see all the cool games and know all the possibilities that are out there, and I want to uplift indie artists making cool things. So thank you guys for checking that out, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday. Don't forget, you're currently making the world a better place just by being yourself, so please keep doing that. Let's have a good week. Let's have a good week together. We'll convene here on Hump Day and make some gross art. You guys ready? Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. Oh, thank you for the follow. We love a cheeky little follow at the end of the stream. Hold up. All right. Let's do it. Let's get out of here. I'm going to send you guys to Cutie Town. That's right. Let's do it.